The next is the one-handed kettlebell clean. The reason they call it a clean is because you go from either a hanging, a dead on the ground position, or swing position. Today we're going to do the swing position. So you go from the almost like a swing, one-handed swing, clean it in one continuous motion up to almost your shoulder. It's more into your ribs. You don't want to clean it to your shoulder because it'll bang into your shoulder. You want to clean the bell into your ribs. So I'll demonstrate the exercise first. Start out in front of you just like a one-handed swing. You're going to hike it underneath you and then clean it up. You want to remember that it's not a bicep curl. You're using your hips. That's why we start out with the swing version. The dead hang is a lot more hips. It's a lot harder to get the bell up. So how I'm going to start out is at in a rack position. Show you how to rack the bell. And you're going to drop it underneath you. Use your hips just like you're doing a one-handed kettlebell swing. Pop your hips. It's all hips, and you're just guiding it with your arm. You want to think of an uppercut when you're coming up, keeping your elbow glued into your side. So take the bell with two hands, one hand under, one hand over the top. It's called a pistol grip. Clean it up to your shoulder. Now the grip is the bell is all the way down into your palm, as low as you can get it into your palm, so the bell sits in the V of your arm right here. You want to be able to wiggle your fingers. If the bell's up too high on your hand, it stretches out. It's flexing your forearm, and it's bad for your wrist. So you want to keep your wrist nice and straight, as if your wrist doesn't exist. Your hand is hooked right to your forearm. So be able to wiggle your fingers. You're going to hinge your hips back, drop the bell underneath you, and then help the bell up with your other arm, keeping your elbow glued into your side. So start with a drop, hinge your hips back, drop it, and then help it back up. Drop, help it back up. Elbow into your side, back up. Once you get into the groove, do it without your hand. Pop with your hips. Other hand. Bell sits real low into your hand. Hinge at your hips. Drop it. Help it back up. Drop it. Help it back up. Assist it with your other hand. Once you get into the groove, don't use your other hand as help. Park the bell. It is not a bicep curl. All your power comes from your hips, hinging at your hips, popping your hips, getting the energy go down to your feet and back up. So you're just guiding it with your arm. One of the harder exercises to master. Once you master it, it's one of the easier exercises to do.